I'd like to start this video off by saying I am not a financial advisor. Should you choose to invest in Bitcoin or any other asset, do your own research or seek the advice of an actual financial advisor, preferably one that knows a thing or two about crypto. Now, in the last video, I mentioned that if Bitcoin were to break out of the consolidation pattern, its falling wedge that it was in, that it would likely break in the upwards direction, and it would also cause the altcoins to pump because the altcoin market cap was already broken out of its descending broadening wedge. And so yeah, and what happened was Bitcoin did break out, the altcoin started to pump, and Bitcoin seemed to have stalled out here around the $10,163, $152, whatever. First off, we're gonna see what the RSI is after this pump. Not that. Yeah, the RSI is definitely doing good. We are at, I think, around 60 right now. Yeah, we're roughly around 60. So the RSI has definitely got a lot of room to run right now. So we are good there. The stochastic RSI on the daily is still in the oversold area. So there's likely to be more buying pressure to come from that. We're going to go to the hourly real quick to take a look at exactly what this price, or what Bitcoin is doing short term here, to determine where its next move might be. And as you can see here, when Bitcoin did have that breakout, it came down and it kind of it's consolidating again. And what it's looking like it's doing is, well, kind of putting in a flag. It looks like it's putting in a bit of a bull flag. Just have to give it a little bit more time to see what it's actually going to do. But if this is a bull flag, bull flags do break up, and so Bitcoin is likely going to surge again soon. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that. Okay, so quick recap on the altcoin market cap. It corrected in a descending broadening wedge. It ended up breaking out, and now it put in another descending broadening wedge, and then it broke out again, and now it seems to be putting in a bit of a bull flag. And we all know bull flags have a tendency to break up, so we should be expecting another leg up here soon. So we're gonna have to watch that closely. For those of you who are dollar cost averaging, you should be buying the dips, and so you should have bought either here or here. Just or wait for the next correction or whatever. It's good if you're dollar cost averaging. It's a good idea to keep an eye on the price action to see. Just actually, come to think of it, if you are dollar cost averaging, you should always keep a bit of money set to the side on wherever you're buying your crypto from. You should have US dollars set to the side, so when that crypto asset that you're dollar cost averaging into does take a dip, you can try to get it at the best price. You can have money ready to get it at the best price. For those of you who are trading, bull flag about to break up, you would measure the pole and it would take you to the next area up, and I just made myself disappear. But of course, I don't think you really want to do that with the altcoin market cap. But the reason why I am pointing this bull flag out and the fact that you can trade it is not because of the altcoin market cap, but because Ethereum is putting in the same pattern. Let's go to Ethereum real quick. Yes. See right there, Ethereum is putting in that same bull flag. So if you're swing trading, this could be a very short-term swing trade right here. This is definitely a bull flag. It's and so if it breaks out, you would want to take a major move from the bottom of this pole to the top and apply it here. And this would, what's this roughly? This about 260 here up to roughly 285. So 260 to 285, you would add that's 25 bucks. So you would add 25 bucks to the breakout, and that would be your price target. And where's our current price at? Our current price is right at the roof of this. So if it breaks out now, it would roughly be 307. That would be the price target. if you're going to attempt to trade this. So, of course, you can't really take my advice on which specific trades you should do or whatever else, but that is a trade idea if you want to look into it and be ready to take this trade. Of course, by the time you actually see this video, we may have actually, by the time you see this video, we could be up here. So, it just depends on if you catch this video in time. If you're watching the markets right now, it is real early where I am at. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning, so I don't know if you necessarily be trading on the crypto market just yet if you're in America. But if you are, here's a trade opportunity. Bull flag, potentially with a potential breakout ahead. That would be a quick gain. But if I would put this all in a nutshell, basically, be ready for the assets to take another leg up, because they are all putting in bullish patterns right now. They're all kind of trading sideways, but they are currently putting bullish patterns in on the 1 hour time frame. So, yeah. Well, if you happen to not be able to catch that trade, at least if you're new to trading, that was basically a simple lesson on trading a bull flag, because I highly doubt that anybody's really going to be up to try to catch that. Anybody who's going to be watching this particular video, because first off, I don't have that many subscribers exactly yet, so I don't think anybody on my list is probably going to see this video until later anyway. So, but if any of you are new to trading, that's basically how you trade a bull flag. The bull flag is a consolidation pattern that takes place during an uptrend, and the bull flag is, the way you trade the bull flag is take a measured move of the pole, which is the bottom of the jump up to the top of the consolidation pattern, to the top of the bull flag. That would be from the local low to the local high, and then you would add that. You would take this length and put it on the breakout area of the bull flag, and then that would give you your price target. Like, for example, let's say this local low of an asset was $10, and the top of this bull flag was $15. That would be a $5 pump right there that happened. So that when you go to breakouts, let's say this breaks out at $13, you would add that $5 to that $13 breakout, and you would get $18 as your price target. And that's where you would expect the bull flag to break out and surge to. Now, keep in mind that this is based on probability. This is never 100% accurate, but the majority of the time, these do break in the upward direction, and there is a certain percentage that it actually does reach its price target. You can look up, you can Google information about the bull flag and learn more about it. There's plenty of trading patterns that you can learn about. Personally, I don't really have time to go through and teach you every single formation that there is out there, but I taught you one, the bull flag. Now, moving on. Here out here on CoinMarketCap, we can see the Bitcoin dominance is at 62.3%. Bitcoin dominance was recently down to 61 point something percent, but it did pump up, but I think it just went back down with this recent surge. So Bitcoin dominance could drop further, and of course, doing so, I think Bitcoin dominance is actually sitting close to a support line right now, and if it breaks through that, we're going to see a lot of surging on the altcoins. Now we're going to go and see what the coins are doing today. First off, we have Bitcoin up 4%, we have Ethereum up 6%, we have XRP up 3%, we have Bitcoin Cash up 4%. And we're moving on. Bitcoin SV barely moved. Litecoin 6%. EOS 4%. Moving on. Binance Coin is at 3%. Tezos is at 15%. I have this particular asset, and they are that is this Tezos. And actually, I have both Tezos and Chainlink, and they are both good assets. It's my personal opinion, but if you want to look into projects that have potential, these two right here, Tezos and Chainlink, both have potential. Also, Cardano is another one that has potential. So just there's a lot out there that you can research through. There's a lot of good projects out there. There's also a lot of shit projects out there. So you got to watch yourself. That's why I always encourage people to do their own research, to know what they are buying before they buy it. Anyways, moving on. Anyway, what was that? Tezos. Yeah, Tezos was 15%, Chainlink 7.5%, Cardano 4%, Stellar 3%, Monero 2%. As you can see, there's a lot of green today, so the markets are moving in the upwards direction, and that is good. The Bitcoin halving is coming here soon. If you're not in crypto yet, you really should start thinking about investing in crypto. You should start researching some of these projects. Trust me, this is something that I mean, of course, there is not a 100% chance that this is all going to explode like everybody thinks it's going to, but there is definitely a lot of evidence behind the fact it's not a fact. There's a lot of potential in this market. Bitcoin's having that's a catalyst all on its own, and if you've been in the market for a while, if you've done your research on Bitcoin, you've seen what Bitcoin has done the last 2 times, and what it will likely do this time is probably no different. I mean, the surge may not be as dramatic as the last one and the one before that, but still, Bitcoin could see prices of up to $100,000 to $200,000, maybe even $300,000. It just depends on how everything goes. But personally, I believe it can reach. I believe it can reach between $1 to $300,000. I believe it can reach there. I'm not going to give you an exact price target for that, because that's way too far out to pinpoint one price. That's why with predictions on long term, I tend to do the predictions within ranges, and my range for Bitcoin's price is $100,000 to $300,000. And I mean, I had a chart that I showed recently that showed price targets of $100,000 to $500,000, but that was me factoring in price predictions of other analysts. So do keep that in mind. And yeah, the market is fairly green today, and if green just might become my new favorite color. I'm not gonna lie. Green is always nice to see. Now for some news. Here's something that's pretty interesting. Visa grants Coinbase power to issue Bitcoin debit cards. Let's read on. Yeah, I guess that's what it's going to look like right there. The Coinbase debit card. Visa. Credit card giant Visa has granted its principal membership to a cryptocurrency company for the first time, officially awarded to cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase in December, but not revealed to the public until today. The membership cuts out a crucial and expensive middleman from the process of issuing a debit card that lets users spend their own Bitcoin, Ether, and XRP anywhere Visa is accepted. That is a pretty big deal. Perhaps even more importantly, though, the principal membership makes Coinbase the first cryptocurrency company with the power to issue debit cards for others, including other cryptocurrency companies and more traditional firms alike. Visa confirmed it granted Coinbase the principal membership, clarifying that the company itself won't actually accept cryptocurrency when the project goes live later this year. While Coinbase says it's not planning on issuing cards to others anytime soon, the principal membership status marks a potentially important new revenue stream for the company, which Forbes estimates saw a 40% decline in earnings last year. By simplifying the process of spending cryptocurrency anywhere Visa is accepted, the membership also lays the foundation for a potential explosion of Bitcoin, Ether, XRP, and more as a way to buy everyday items, regardless of whether the merchant itself accepts cryptocurrency. So you could basically use this anywhere. Your Bitcoin holdings have never been liquid because you have to sell them. You have to go through a process, withdraw the money, and then spend it. It's never been an instant, oh, I'll buy this cup of coffee with Bitcoin, says Zeeshan Faraz, CEO of Coinbase UK, which received the membership. What the card is trying to change is the mindset that crypto is tucked away, takes 2 days to access, and can actually now be spent in real time. Managed by Coinbase's fully owned UK subsidiary based in Dublin, the card that automates the conversion of cryptocurrency into whatever currency the merchant accepts will be available in 29 countries when it is first issued later this year, including Denmark, Estonia, France, Germany, Ireland, Italy, the Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, Spain, Sweden, and the UK. The Coinbase Visa debit card will not be available to the U.S. residents. Oh, well, that's awesome. Of course, I live in the U.S. Regulations out the ass. Further simplifying the process of actually spending cryptocurrency, the 9 cryptocurrencies available on the card, also including Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Braves BAT, Augurs REP, Oxys ZRX, and Stellar's Lumen, won't likely be subject to unwieldy capital gains taxes at the point of sale. Unlike the US, the EU doesn't require spenders pay additional tax on the difference in price based on when a cryptocurrency was purchased and when it was spent. Faraz says direct access to the Visa network gives the cryptocurrency exchange more flexibility in the business models it pursues. A previous Coinbase Visa card was issued in April 2019 by financial services firm PaySafe Group Holdings Limited, which vets its customers, including corporate spending firms Soldo, and mobile banking app Lunar, and charges a fee for the service. You have a dependency on their risk appetite and the models they'd like to work with, says Faraz. Direct membership allows us to take control of our issuing program. While fees merchants traditionally pay to their banks to accept credit and debit cards will remain the same as with any other cards, Coinbase's own fees could eventually be reduced as a result of the membership, though Faraz declined to share the exact amount Coinbase paid to PaySafe to issue its cards, citing a non-disclosure agreement. The removal of that cost is expected to eventually result in reduced fees for the end user. Now, this is definitely something, this is definitely interesting. This is, you could basically use this card anywhere. I mean, well, except for in the fucking United States, of course, but that's besides the point. A Visa cryptocurrency card. Times are changing. And that is probably going to be very, very bullish on the cryptocurrency market. Just to point that out there, because there are a lot of Coinbase users, and if they can spend their cryptocurrency just like that on at any place at any given time without having to do any conversions, that's a big step forward. I'm going to leave the link to this article in the description below so you guys can check this article out for yourselves. With that is all I have for you guys today. I will see you all next time.